decoration.
Yeah, the decoration, because I can't even draw that good, but like, yeah, the result is not that bad actually. So that is my memorable moment.
Actually, mine was when we had a session with Patagonia, because like we did a lot of research. After that, we went to Patagonia and we listed their brand, how are they working and how are they trying to be sustainable, or like what is their exact purpose, or like with numbers we learned everything. I think that like I thought that like people just trying to pay attention about climate, but I realized that companies are really working hard, and I think I start to look different perspective to some companies like Veleda or like Patagonia. Yeah, so I think that was the one of the memorable things in this project. I chose this project because I had a lot of opportunities, but I really want to choose Grenism because my hometown is very, how to say, we have a lot of trees, we have a lot of animals, so I born with them and I grow up with them. So after I moved to like big cities, I realized that I really like nature, but nowadays our world is getting bad because of like climate action or like the other stuff. So I really want to do something for it. That's why I applied. But actually, it was more than my expectation. Like this project was, because I start to learn what can I do as a like citizen, as a personal, or maybe like one day I'm gonna like organize my own brand and like I'm gonna do something on this purpose. So actually, I learned a lot of things, especially like the conferences we went. Yeah, like I learned a lot of things, and I see how people are thinking about it or what are they doing. Yeah.
Oh,
Just like a really big thank you. Everyone's been so nice, and everyone's been it's just been a really good time. Everyone's been so funny as well, and it was a very like a relaxed environment where you could talk and discuss about like what you think. It was a very open environment, so I'm really happy for that. So thank you.
thank you.
I think working with this team, it's really made my how to say, it's kind of more open. I become like a more open-minded person, because like every time we do like a study session, every time we're doing that, it's kind of open my mind to like the environmental world and the issue itself and how to solve it. So I think I'm really glad that I made the team where we can discuss without any issue. I mean, like without any trouble to discuss about. So I'm really glad that I made this team.
That's really good.
Actually, we did a lot of things. We had like some HC problems or like raining or like sometimes timeline wasn't enough, but I think I feel that like every time you guys help us like even more, like not just in this project, also like we have a like question about Korea or like how to go, what to do, like everybody like trying to help us. So I'm really glad to meet you guys.
Oh, thank you. It's really warm-hearted. What?
First of all, I really want to thank all of our IDB Grenism members, and especially to our VP and our manager, because I know it needs a really hard work and all of your time. Because I think I always kind of kakao took them in late night, but they always answered for me. So that gave me a lot of advice. So that's really thankful. And of course, thank you to our team members, because we had a lot of projects that we need to build together. But I think that it was possible because it was not me alone. And of course, I'm really thankful to our participating EPs, because I really kind of warm-hearted when I hear about what they learned from this project and what they kind of changed their mind, or they really felt good about our members. So that made me, that was kind of a reward to me. So that's it.
I would like to say I like your opinion and you're so thoughtful and made me think a lot. And all of the IGB Greenism members, I really appreciate about everything and especially Team H2O. And thank you for managers and VPs. And thank you.
It was really wonderful to have the opportunity to work with you guys, work with EPs and Greenism members. It's because this community was really welcoming and friendly to me. And it was amazing to get to know about like the culture of Australia, Indonesia, and Turkey. And most importantly, you guys in person to get to know Azra, Alex, and OQ.
I want to say thank you for the members, especially the EPs and my team members, because the EPs come to Korea from like really far country, and this summer was extremely hot, and they did really good job, and I hope they had really good time in Korea, and other Greenism members also hope they had a really good experience and good times.
That's really nice. Thank you.
Thank you for participating in the Isaac Inihua Greenism project for the past months, and I'm truly grateful that I got to meet such wonderful friends. And thank you for creating unforgettable memory together.
Thank you.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you so much, and I really appreciate all of your work because we really had like a hard time during the summer, and I think we created a special bond with each other while doing this summertime project. So I think I want to say thank you, and I really appreciate it. And I want to say let's have a meal after this project ended.
So as I said at the third question, I think I'm gonna say that it's really eye-opening, because like every single day we're doing that like a project or study session. Every time we're doing that, it's made my eyes little open about the environmental issue in this world, and as a human being, we really need to take care of it, and I really know how to do that action now because of every single day of our study session. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Ideally, it would be for most things to be net zero. I think that's a step that's pretty realistic to have most things net zero. It's definitely possible, and it'll be a big help to the environment, so we don't just keep taking and taking from it.
So I think I really want to see the world without like a greenwashing thing. I really want to see like a green city, a good technology to help improve the environmental issue, and also as an Indonesian, like we're the second largest plastic pollution in the world. So I hope that problem can be solved at the future. So yeah.
Actually, like sometimes I feel like some people doesn't care at all. They're just like living their life. But I hope in future people will consider about like nature, water, pollution, or even if we bought like some stuff, I hope they will have more awareness about it. Like they can choose which one is good, which one is bad for environmental things. I hope that I hope in 10 years people have more awareness about it.
I think spreading awareness to young people. So a lot of young people don't think about environmental issues, but when you start bringing, like showing them what's happening around the world, showing like ecosystems collapsing, it kind of, I feel like it could just flip a switch in their brain and make them more aware about it and maybe make them care. And maybe even make them do something about it.
The most important thing is like doing recycling and like encourage others to do the recycling or like small things that they can do, like such as using Tumblr or recycling, something like that. First of all, I want to say thank you for the
I believe that the smallest yet most important action is probably to maintain consistent interest and raise awareness about environmental issues.
That's right. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna use plastic less than now because I learned plastics or how much plastics are affecting like negatively to the environment. So I think I'm gonna use Tumblr or like less takeout. Yes.
I thought that was a hard question, but I really wanted to answer about it because I really think that these days young people have really lots of things to do and they're kind of feeling burdened about it, especially in South Korea. So somehow people need some kind of time to rest or think about social problems as well as environmental problems. And for that, I need people to bond together. So we need to kind of listen to other people's talking or should have discussioning time just like this. So that's the reason I really liked Isaac projects, and maybe that made a good start for young people to kind of get awareness about environmental things.
I think many younger generation people know that environmental problem is really serious, but they don't know how to solve it because environmental issue is really big issues. So I think the big companies should help raise awareness of people and show the way how to solve it. And yes, that's it.
So I think it's really important for young people to know that they need to take small actions that is going to be inconvenient and uncomfortable for them. But those inconvenient and uncomfortable and something we do not want to do are much more preferable than just experiencing the devastating consequences of the climate crisis without doing anything. So it's important to educate these young people that this is the time to take action to save the
I think when I first came here, I had like a good understanding about environmental issues. But since I've been here, things have been brought up like, what was it, ecofeminism? Was that it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
things like ecofeminism, things like fast fashion, I never really heard about that. Never really thought about it much either. But it was interesting concepts to kind of think about and learn about. And now that I know it, it's good that I know it now because then I can start implementing it into like day-to-day life. Not day-to-day life, but like maybe where I work and that sort of stuff.
That sounds
Start
really
thinking
good.
about it.
Thank you.
Moment of the project was when we met with the kids at the English library and we exchanged about gender inequalities and girls' access to education. I really liked speaking with them about those subjects, about social issues, and I liked hearing their perspectives. I think it's always really interesting to have their point of view as kids. They usually have really logic answers that we don't usually think of as adults.
feel really lucky to have worked with such an inspiring group of people. Their support, ideas, and positivity made this journey much more meaningful. I learned a lot from each of them, and I'll carry that with me moving forward.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for all your hard work over the past months. Despite the sweltering summer heat, you came to school 3 times a week without fail, and I truly appreciated your dedication. To be honest, this was my very first ISEC experience, and there were many moments where I felt lacking in my role as a TL. But every time all members were there to support me emotionally and offer practical help, and I want to sincerely thank you for that. I'm also deeply grateful to all the EPs. Thank you for always participating in our activities with such enthusiasm and sincerity. Even after you return to your home countries, I hope the impact of the summer's activity stay with you for a long time.
To everyone I work with, thank you for your passion, support, and teamwork. Every moment we shared, whether it was planning late at night or cheering each other on, made this journey meaningful. I truly learned from each of you, and I hope we'll keep making positive change wherever we go.
I really want to thank the members who participated in our project, especially our team member Jinyoung and Soyeon. It was really happy to work with these 2 compassionate members. I hope all the members feel the same way as me. Without our team members, I probably could not plan this project and actually do it. So thank you for helping me out to this project, and thank you for following my lead. I hope this time is a memorable and enjoyable time for all the members in our over tiers.
First, I want to say a huge thank you to all members who did the hard work over the past 6 months. When I first started preparing for my project, I felt overwhelmed and uncertain, and we often questioned whether we were right. But the process of giving and receiving the feedback together was incredibly helpful, and above all, the meeting 3 times a week during the summer break really helped me grow personally.
Before joining Over Tears, I knew very little about women's rights and education. But through preparing and executing this project, I was deeply inspired by the reflections and passions for women's rights shown by both EPs and members. I'm truly grateful for the opportunity to share valuable insights with one another and move closer to a fundamental approach to solving these issues. It's been an honor to work with you all.
I will say eye-opening. This project helped me to understand how deep gender inequality actually goes, not only in education but also in employment, safety, and basic human rights. Also, I explored how cultural norms, lack of education, and even daily discrimination affect girls and women all around the world. It opened my eyes to the urgent need for change and made me more passionate about advocating for gender equality both locally and globally.
For question 3, if I would have to describe this project in a word, I would say it's very eye-opening because I made a lot of new friends and I learned so much about gender issues from different countries' perspective. And through a lot of our discussions, I started to view gender issues from different perspectives that I haven't considered before.
One word would be voice, and this is because Over Her Tears is about giving voices to what has too often been silenced. It is about the right to be seen, heard, and treated with dignity regardless of gender. To me, every tear holds a story, and through this project we tried to turn those tears into conversations and hoped those conversations would lead to lasting change.
To me, a truly gender equal society is a place where
Everyone has the same opportunities, no matter their gender. Women and men are treated with equal respect, have equal access to education, jobs, and leadership roles, and feel safe all areas of life. There are no harmful stereotypes or expectations based on gender. Everyone is free to be themselves and follow their dreams without fear or judgment. Before this project, I knew that gender inequality was a really big problem, but I didn't understand how big and widespread that problem actually is. Learning about the different challenges women and girls going through all around the world, in not just only in education but also in work and their basic daily life, that really made me understand the deep impact of this problem. It touched me personally and made me want to do more to raise awareness and help create a fair world for everyone.
To me, a gender-equal society is one where your gender never defines your potential. It's a world where care and leadership are shared, where girls don't have to fight to be heard, and boys aren't told to hide their feelings. It's about fairness, freedom, and everyone having a real chance, no matter who they are.
So I think it's a society where everyone is heard and every special need is addressed, where everyone is more empathetic, and it's a society that's accessible to all the people, trying to be respectful and protect the most vulnerable ones. Yeah.
I think a truly gender equal society means that there's no expectations on how anyone should act based on their own genders. We don't expect women to give up their jobs to take care of their family, and we shouldn't shame women who want to stay at home to take care of their family. And I think gender equal means that everyone can make their own choices on their own life without facing the repercussions of society as well.
So to me, I think education about consent and body is the most important. I think a lot of the world violence can be avoided if we teach young girls and boys about consent, about respecting each other's boundaries, may it be their bodies or not only their bodies. So yeah, I think to me education.
I believe people start to care when it becomes personal. Hearing real stories, not just facts or headlines, helps us understand women's rights are about basic human dignity, and the change begins with conversation, whether at home, in schools, or among friends. And it's important to show that gender equality is not only good for women, it benefits everyone. When people see that, caring becomes natural.
Fourth question. Okay. Then the fifth question. So I think education is the most important thing at every level, but not only for kids. People need to educate themselves on this issue, and they need to listen to others' struggles and feel concerned about them.
And I think personally, what is the most important action to address women's rights issue would be to speak up and educate. Most people don't realize that some of their actions are misogynistic because society tells them it's supposed to be that way. Men are supposed to be strong while women are supposed to be weak, and they don't realize how demeaning it is to women. So I think through speaking up every time subtle misogyny happens, people might start to realize how their way of thinking is wrong, and thus start to see women as equal to men. And
right issues is the effort to pursue reflexive awareness. First of all, we need to constantly reflect on how multi-layered and complex our current situation is. For example, although I may be a woman and thus belong to a marginalized group, that does not mean I share the same position or experiences as someone like Hillary Clinton. We also need to look around us and recognize how much discrimination and oppression exists. and how naturally they are embedded in our everyday lives. For instance, we might start by asking questions like, why doesn't this subway station have an elevator? To me, this is what reflexive awareness means. I believe that when we strive for this kind of awareness, we can not only address women's rights issues but also take meaningful steps towards solving all human rights issues.
And from this project, I realized that educating people about gender equality is the most important thing. When we visited Minhue for our field research, we talked with the activist who is working for the gender equality, and we found out that a lot of people does not know the concept of gender equality and did not know that gender inequality existed. Therefore, as one example, many people thought the word feminism is to superioritize women. Therefore, I thought educating people that gender inequality still exists and we have to fix the problem is important. Also, teach people the terms relating to gender equality correctly is also important.
I think the most important thing is solidarity. Through this activity, I had the chance to exchange my ideas with various experts, students, and EPs, and I came to realize that many issues related to women's rights can be addressed through solidarity within society.
I believe that changing the perception of the younger generation is the most important step. To achieve this, schools should focus on continuous efforts to raise awareness of gender equality rather than relying on one-time education programs. Just as Isaac has worked to promote gender equality through stronger engagement with local communities, I believe it would be effective for governments.
I think it is education. Without education, equality isn't really possible. For a woman to know her rights, to speak up, to stand on her own feet, she needs access to opportunities first. And that starts with education. In this project, I always act with the belief that even reaching one person can make a difference.
How can we get more people to care about women's rights?
We make it personal. When people realize that women's rights are not just global issues and that it's about a girl next door, the mother who raised them, and even their younger sister's future, they begin to care. We need to tell stories, spark conversations, and remind others that equality is not a favor and that it is a right. Once hearts are moved, actions naturally change.
To raise more awareness, we need to tell real stories through social media, workshops, and even art. When people hear personal experiences, they start to empathize. Also, creating safe spaces for dialogue helps break the silence and brings more voices into the conversation. Thank you.
I think how we can get more people who care about women's rights would be through making them realize that striving for women's rights is not equal to man-hating, and we need to make the stories personal. We should share more stories about misogynistic issues, humanize the statistics, and show how these issues really affect our friends, families, and classmates. Because once people realize it's not just about politics or statistics, and the people they care in real life is in fact one of the statistics themselves, they will start to care and put more effort into these issues as well.
So to be honest, when I first arrived here, I was a bit scared because it was my first time going somewhere so far away, also for such a long time. But thanks to all of the members, everything went perfectly. All of them were so kind, supportive, and welcoming, and that made me feel safe and comfortable. I'm really grateful for all the help and care you gave me, so thank you so much, really.
Before the project, I wasn't aware of how serious the issues were in other countries. I only knew of the issues in my own country and other bigger global issues such as unequal pay between male and female employees, not letting women in higher positions, just because of their gender, and people assuming women should stay at home and take care of the family, such traditional values. But now I realize the issue runs much more deeper than this, and women's education and safety also often get compromised all the time due to their male counterparts.
A few moments later.
That's really good because it's kind of.
So I'm gonna answer the first question first.
Thank you. I hope that went well.
Yeah.
Hi, Cherry. Thank you for participating in the green. Thank you. Really, thank you. Thank you.
The question?
Oh, you can just say the numbers.
Okay, the third moment was during the project. Oh no.
It's okay. It's okay.
The fourth question is, yeah, I'll answer the fourth question. You know what it is.
Wait, are you gonna ask me the so
You came to.
Oh,
Is there anything you'd like to say to the team you worked with?
Others that equality is not a favor but a right.
More of you, and I hope, 다시 할 수 있을까요?
네.